Hello, I'm Executive Chef Joseph Schultz and welcome to our kitchen. Today's demonstration is a request from one of the subscribers. They had asked me about looking or seeing a version of my stuffed whole fish. So I got thinking there's a bunch of ways you can do it and a million stuffings you could make. The one I'm choosing to do today I think is a much nicer version of a stuffed fish. We're going to first debone it, and then we're going to stuff it with a Fregola pasta and sausage and some vegetable and apple. Tie it up, and then we're going to broil it. So join me now as I share the procedure and recipe for this amazing stuffed Branzino. To begin, we're gonna cook our Fregola in a pot of boiling salted water. In the event you don't know what Fregola is, this is what it looks like. It is a spherical pasta made from semolina wheat, and it's been toasted. It's really incredible in soups and fantastic when you make like a side salad with it, a chilled Fregola salad with a sherry vinaigrette and shaved vegetables. So while the pasta's cooking, we're gonna start on our other parts of the filling. Well, I like to take my saute pan over medium-high heat. Go ahead, add a little oil. Right now we're gonna start searing off our Italian sausage. Use your favorite sausage, whether you wanna use a spicy sausage or a sweet sausage with fennel. It's not gonna matter, use your favorite. So I'll go ahead and break this up in little pieces to expedite the cooking. Well, now that our sausage is partially cooked, I'm gonna go ahead and add my carrots and my onions and garlic. And we're gonna go ahead and slowly cook this for about 4 minutes. We want it to become very aromatic and to actually begin to soften up. Well, now I'm gonna turn off the heat and I'm gonna go ahead and add my apples. And then I'm gonna add my herbs. I have parsley, thyme, and marjoram. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a stir and just get everything mixed up nice and evenly. And we will remove it from the heat and allow it to sit. And at that point, it will carry over, cook in the hot pan, because we don't want our apples to turn to mush. We want them to maintain some integrity. And by the time our pasta is done, it should all be ready to mix together. Well, to begin, I want to remove the fins from the fish. It's going to make it so much easier to work with. And the fins actually, they kind of give you an off taste on your fish. So now, inside your fish, you want to follow the spine here and come down the side of it, but be careful not to puncture all the way through the skin. So we're going to take it down like so, follow those bones off of it, nice and gentle, just using the tip of your knife. So I think that's far enough. Let's cut that a bit there, up right behind the head and the gills. So, see that? Now there's this part here where the belly is. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my knife, starting up here at the gill, and then just work my way like so. Take your time, again, only using the tip of the knife, and gently peel it back like that. Even lifting the tip of the knife up, because you want to really just take the bones. You want to leave as much meat as possible, obviously. Otherwise, it would be a waste. Now we got that. Now from that point, you just pull it back. There it comes off. Now we have this little part here by the gill that's still bone there, but that I don't. If you want to remove it, you can. However, you know, it doesn't hurt anything, because I mean, aesthetically, if it's there, it maintains the fish looking whole. If you took it out, it's going to be like this, you know, to each his own. So there we have that. Okay, now again, we're going to go on this side, and let's work our way down that spine again. I'm trying to keep my hand out of the way so you could see. Okay, now let's cut the spine. And I'm going to cut it back here also. And from there, let's go ahead and take our knife and run down the spine and pull your bone out. Take it all the way to where you snipped it, and there you have it. Now this same principle with this Branzino, same exact way you would debone a trout. So I do have some bones that are up here where those fins were. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to take my shears and I'm going to cut through there. So now we have our fish butterflied. I'm going to go ahead and season with a little salt. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my Fregola and go ahead and start stuffing it. Now this is a hard thing for me to do, is not overstuff. I have a tendency of doing that, so now I'm going to take some butcher's twine, cut a piece, and we're going to go ahead and close this up like so. And the stuffing does a couple things for you. One, the stuffing is actually, obviously it's going to provide flavor, also more edible product to help fill you up. It's also going to help the fish maintain its shape when it's cooking or roasting, broiling, or whatever you're doing. So we got it like so. Let's take our string underneath. There we go. And as you're tightening it up, go ahead and tuck your remaining filling in. Any leftover filling, you could always heat it up, serve it warm, and when you display your fish on the platter, you could just put it on as a base or whatever, or you know, go get some more fish and fill them up too. Let's go ahead and trim our ends off. I'm gonna put one more up here. That way the shape of the fish still maintains, not, it doesn't look too wonky. So now that we have it tied up, let's take our knife and let's run some score cuts through the skin. Don't go too deep. This is going to help protect it from curling up whenever the cooking process happens, because the skin on the fish will shrink. And there you have it. Let's do one more. There we go. All right. Now repeat with your remaining fish. Well, there you have my favorite way to stuff a fish. Deboning to me is just the best way to do it. It makes it so much easier for the guests to eat it. Yes, it is a little work on the front side. However, when you sit down to eat this, you're really going to appreciate not having any bones there, so it makes the work worth it. Plus, it's, it shows a little skill with your knife and stuff. The filling. Feel free to stuff it with whatever you like. You could use barley, farro, rice, or just all vegetables like ratatouille, fennel, citrus things. It's just endless, whatever you want to do. I chose the Fregola just because, you can only do eat rice so many times and things like that, and it's unique, and it's not hard to source, and it's not really expensive. This is just one of my many versions. So this principle of deboning the way that I showed you will work on a trout. It's actually even easier on a trout because the bones are much more delicate. You could do the same when it comes to snapper, striped bass. It's all going to be similarly, with the bone structure. The only difference is the denser the fish, the bones are going to be much denser and bigger and harder to work with. So be patient. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you give it a shot. Let me know what you think about the filling, and give me some feedback. Thanks again. You had it.